Hi, yes, I'm in drama, according to the title. Well, it's true. So yeah, let's get into the video and let's get over with this because there's a lot to cover in this video. I will be basically reacting to a video that was made by the user Genchantix. Please do not send hate towards that person. That person is not evil or whatsoever. There was some kind of like not a misunderstanding, but some bad interaction that I caused, which I will get to that later. So I will start with the video. The video pretty much covers the entire situation that happened between us and also how they advocate for themselves in that video for the stuff they do. Before that, I will introduce them quickly. They basically do commissions for the Fairy Guardians and Genshin Impact, and those commissions are about basically completing the chapters when it comes to the Fairy Guardians, of course, for money. Yes, for money. I saw them like charging like $25 or I don't know how many dollars for chapter 3. Yeah, let's leave our opinion to that because our opinions would be subjective. So let's keep this objective, and later on, by the end of the video, I will basically pull up some articles and what's wrong with that, okay? On the side of Roblox and Genshin Impact rules. Okay, so let's start with the video.
Today's video is a little different from my usual content because I wanted to share something that recently happened to me involving someone who calls themselves a content creator, and also talk a little about Winx, the Fairy Guardians, and the services I provide. Before we get into it, I'd really appreciate it if everyone could keep the comments respectful. Please don't send hate or harass anyone mentioned in this video. My goal isn't to start drama, it's simply to share my experience and raise awareness. First, I want to clear up a common misunderstanding. My account isn't only about Winx, the Fairy Guardians. I offer services for Genshin Impact and other gacha games as well. When it comes to the Fairy Guardians, the people who commission me usually do so because they genuinely can't complete the chapters themselves. Sometimes it's because of poor Wi-Fi, device issues, or other personal reasons, and
I do get the message of this. However, I gotta disagree on this. I think it's not right for moral reasons, basically profiting of someone else not being able to complete it. Basically, where they are able to complete it, they just don't have as much patience, let's just say. I mean, it is a waste of money in my eyes, but if for them it is a high quality investment, so be it. But my point is that it is against the rules of Roblox and even Genshin Impact, which I will get into later. Even the developers, moderators, basically all the staff of map creations, basically these are the creators of the Fairy Guardians, they are against it. They literally made it vocal. They made an announcement literally after I brought this situation to their attention. So it does not really make sense to me, really, why you're saying this, because obviously it will be this kind of people. But I don't know, I just think it's still so much risk because literally someone of you can get hacked on either TikTok. So yes, okay, the hacker has all the information to their account.
And honestly, there are even times when I help people completely for free because I simply enjoy helping.
Honestly, that's nice from you, but once again, it is against the rules. There are so many risks. You're putting the other person also to risk. And yes, the other person is also putting you to the risk. And yes, I get it. You put each other into the risk. You're aware of all the risks. But honey, you should sometimes watch the videos, or not videos, but also like articles about, I don't know how it's called. I think it's called Iceberg of Viruses. My point is that this is dangerous even for you. I'm concerned for you and also the other people.
That said, I want to make one thing very clear. I always believe that the safest option is not to share your account with anyone, and I completely agree with that. I'll say it again. Please don't share your account with anyone, no matter who they are.
I'm speechless. Then why are you providing us with these services? Why do you do that? I'm just going to be fully honest. What you're saying right now is hypocritical at this point, and I don't mean to be rude. I mean it out of respect, but you're a hypocrite at this point because you're saying that you should not share it with anyone's accounts, but I do that. There are many more ways of earning money that don't break any rules and don't put anyone to danger. I'm not blaming on you. I'm also blaming the people who actually commission you. Like, this is stupid, guys, and don't do that.
I also want to reassure everyone that none of my clients have ever had any problems with their accounts.
How do you know that? I'm sorry, how do you genuinely know that? Maybe if you ask them, okay, but it could be someone, it could be the hacker.
I've been doing these kinds of services for around 4 years, and I complete everything myself. I don't use hacks, third-party software, bots, or let anyone else access the accounts. I'm the only person who logs into them, and once the commission is finished, I log out completely. I even record the entire process so my clients have proof of what was done from start to finish. Now, let's talk about what happened. Someone who identifies themselves as a content creator contacted me on TikTok, pretending they wanted to do a collaboration with me and asked me for my username to add me. So because of that, I shared my Roblox username with them with a good faith right after I did. They admitted that they lied about that and never wanted to collaborate. Instead, they accused me of breaking the rules, told me they were giving me a first and last warning, claimed they wouldn't report me this time, and then blocked me before I even had the chance to reply. To be honest, I found that really weird and upsetting. With all respect, you're not one of the game's moderators, so I don't think it was your place to approach me like that or try to threatening me.
Okay. There is a lot to cover in this. It is true what I did. However, I will like leave the chats on the screen because that person like did not really leave everything, I believe, or something. I don't know. It was also, it would be in low quality that the person who sent it to me screen recorded the video. I just want to tell you this. First of all, I just want to address the last thing you said, that I'm not a game moderator and all that. This logic is so like, with this logic, you're saying that witnesses of a crime should not report the crime to the police. And by saying this, I did not word myself clearly at this point. I meant it as a comparison, not as some kind of like accusation of them doing crime. No, it was not this way. It was just a comparison, okay? So let's not take that out of the context. First of all. Second of all, I do agree that what I did crossed the line, and it turned out way worse than I imagined it in my head. I'm going to be fully honest. There was no ill intent, by the way. I just got their username so I could send it to the game moderators, which I did, and in hopes that that person would be banned. According to my information, that person was not banned. They just got a warning, which, fine, whatever. But the thing is that what I did was completely wrong. I do get it. It was a very questionable way of earning such an information, even though it was not something major. It was just your Roblox username, but I think it was so disrespectful from my side, and I do apologize for that. I take so much accountability for that because what I did was wrong, and I could have done it in a better way. And yeah, I just gotta apologize for that. It's so disrespectful, honestly. Not to mention I lied, which, okay, lying itself, whatever. But the thing is that lying about such a thing and that person gave me their full trust, it's concerning, genuinely concerning, honestly. And I'm a living proof that you shouldn't trust anyone on the internet.
Nothing I had done suggested that I was a danger to other players or to the game. Those were serious accusations made without giving me any chance to respond.
I mean, you are a danger to other players at this point. You are, and I'm sorry, like, I'm going to be fully honest, like, I'm still under the impression, and I hope people stop doing all this kind of business because it breaks a lot of rules. Although I don't approve of how I got your username once again. I just want to make that clear. It was wrong.
If you'd like, you can pause the video here and read through the screenshots and conversations yourself. The only reason I'm sharing this publicly is because I don't want someone else to experience the same thing, whether it's from this person or from anyone else who thinks it's okay to lie, threatening, or make people feel uncomfortable when they are actually talking to the wrong person. I
also want to mention that you are, with this video and with the context you're speaking in, you're kind of also villainizing me, which I don't really appreciate. I would appreciate if your video was more objective rather than subjective, even though it may seem hard to talk about this topic in more objective way, but like you were not really like acknowledging the good intent that was between my actions, even though the actions sucked and I could have just confronted you directly, or I could have made a video to spread awareness about this kind of stuff and use my power as a content creator for a greater good. But I also want to point that out as well because that's also the side of this like whole situation that bothers me.
I also contacted the game's moderators about the situation. They told me they had already spoken with this person, and I genuinely hope that's the end of it, and that nothing like this happens again. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, be careful who you trust, and watch online. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
Okay, that's the video. I also want to touch on the topic which you did not even cover, you basically avoided that, and it's how it is wrong. So for this part, I used EcoGPT, which is much friendlier version of ChatGPT when it comes to the environment. I use it to summarize my own research and correct it eventually. And here is what I came in conclusion to. So first of all, we will cover two parts. First part, which we'll be covering right now, is sharing accounts. Basically, this is sharing accounts and how is it wrong. So on Roblox, it is. We know that sometimes friends and siblings may want to share their accounts. Roblox does not encourage account sharing. Anyone with access to your account can make changes to that account, change your password, spend your currency, trade items, etc. Your account is your responsibility. And then, you are responsible for keeping your password secret for any activity that occurs under your account. You should not share your account with anyone. This is what the Roblox DOS say. So it's not completely against the rules, they just strongly do not encourage that. So I think there is a reason behind that, you know, and there are a lot of reasons such as hackers, account theft, and stuff. And then regarding Genshin Impact, it's more stricter. You shall not transfer, share, or otherwise make your account information available to third parties, nor refuse the user's account at any time. Yeah, this speaks for itself. So regarding Genshin, it's completely forbidden. It's completely forbidden. You shouldn't be doing that. And then we're covering the part where you make profit of it. You basically use this as commercial stuff, basically commercial usage. So, regarding Roblox, you may not use the service or any of its features for any commercial purpose without Roblox's separate written consent. I predict you don't have the consent, otherwise Roblox would actually take some money from what you earn. Yeah, so it speaks for itself. You're doing it in a wrong way. You shouldn't be doing this at all. And Genshin, there it is crystal clear. You shall not use the services for any commercial purpose, including but not limited to selling in-game currency, items, or accounts. Yeah, you shall not be doing that. And with that being said, I'm going to repeat what I said in the beginning of the video. Do not send any hate. Do not try to confront anyone. And yeah, regarding Genchantix, aka Lily, I hope from now on we will be on better terms. Although we personally disagree with each other, which is totally fine. And yeah, that's all for today's video. And bye-bye.